Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my live, Kimberly's marketing firm, LLC. I got a very, very, very special guest today. But before we get started, just give me one moment. I just want to share really quick. And if you're on here, Black entrepreneurs, trying to start your business, or even if you just have a business idea, I highly encourage you to watch this live, share this live, and also gain some wisdom and some knowledge from this live. Okay. You could probably see at the bottom of my screen who my guest is going to be. You can see it. Her name is right at the bottom. But give me 1 second. I'm going to share and then I will introduce her and also bring her forth on this live. Okay. Um, I just thank all of you for joining me today. I don't know, I just got a little bit nervous, which is a good thing. Uh, but we're going to have fun on this live today. Okay. So give me one moment. Share. And once again, it's Kimberly's marketing firm, LLC, live here with a live interview with the CEO of Prestige Professional Cleaning Company, Angelica Grant. She is a trailblazer here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So we are going to go ahead and get started in 1 second. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So before I bring her forth, I just want to introduce myself once again. My name is Kimberly. I'm a marketing consultant here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right? So if you're in need of marketing services, if you're in need of photographer, videographer, contact me. I am here. I'm available. I'm excited. I'm still fresh. So I'm still learning off of all the great entrepreneurs out there. So I hope you enjoy this live interview. So I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest on with me today. The wonderful, the beautiful, the queen. She's the CEO of Prestige Professional Cleaning Company, Angelica Grant. Thank you for joining me
Hi.
today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Once again, if you have any questions or any comments you want to leave after, feel free to post them. Hopefully, we can try to answer those questions for you. Okay. Angie, I'm gonna give you the floor. If you just want to introduce yourself to our viewers today and tell them who you are and a little bit about your business.
Hello, my name is Angelica Grant, CEO and founder of Prestige Professional Cleaning. Prestige Professional Cleaning is a commercial cleaning company that serves the Pittsburgh and surrounding areas. Our services include move and move out clean, post construction clean, strip and wax, carpet clean, biohazard, trash removal. You name it, we do it. That's what it all sound right.
Okay.
We can be reached at 412-712-2426 or www.pressprocleaners.com. Leave the
Right.
details to us.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Angie, can you give me that number one more time? I'm gonna put it in our comment section.
412
Mm-hmm.
712
Mm-hmm.
2426.
2426. Yes. So definitely make sure you keep that number, save it to your phone, and contact her because she is doing great things, awesome things here in Pittsburgh, right? So this is just a live interview with Angie. Once again, I thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. She took time out of her busy day just to have this live interview with me. So I'm grateful for that, right?
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. So we're going to ask Angie just a few questions here on this live. And the first one, and once again, while she's sharing her answers and everything, definitely take this to heart. She's been doing this for a while. She's authentic. She's real. And I just know that you're going to get great wisdom for her. So, got some questions I'm going to ask her that we can hear from her really quickly. But the first question is, Angie, can you share with our viewers how your business started? And you already talked about the services you provide, but if you want to talk about it a little bit more, you can. That would be great.
We started back in May 2018.
Nice.
I was a CNA, and I was just burnt out from the business, and all I knew was that I had to get out. So that's how I originally started.
Okay.
I was working two jobs, working two full-time jobs as a CNA, managing prestige professional cleaning with two complexes, and also going to business class at the same time.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. And all of that, and then look at, where you're at right now. That's awesome. That's awesome, Angie. Just think about it because I'm in a healthcare field myself. I'm still a CNA, which is crazy. But I don't do that work anymore. But just hearing that part, like, you know what, recognizing like, okay, I need to do my own thing here. You know what I
I
mean?
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it no more. It wasn't. I didn't have the passion no more.
Mm,
And once I knew that, I knew I was done. I'm
right.
still a CNA too. I
Yeah.
still certify, my certificate because I know if anything happened, um, I can always go back.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have the passion no more. I've been taking care of people since I was a kid, so
Yeah.
that was like so I look at it as we're still taking care of people with cleaning, but it's a different capacity.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm still servicing, but in a different space. So, you
Yeah.
know, so I feel like my calling is to service people one way or another, but,
Yes.
you know, I had to pivot to do something else.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome. And with your services, Angie, can you tell our viewers like what type of like places where you service, like residential apartments, different things like that?
Yes, we service all over the city. There's no limit. We have customers and contractors everywhere. Um, we do a lot of complexes with the move in, move out cleaning. When the tenants leave, they give us a call because they need us to bring it back.
Mm.
That's where my business really started. I
Mhm.
targeted the move in, move outs because they are hard work. And
Yes.
I found that people really, well, not people, but businesses really didn't want to do them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got my foot in the door by doing move in, move ins because they are much more harder because you have the grease, you have the twists and turns, you
Right.
have to really detail the house to bring it back for the new tenant.
Right.
So
Right.
that's where we had came in and got our experience because I made that my target because I knew that a lot of businesses didn't want to take on those responsibilities because it's
Mhm.
a lot.
Right. Right. That is so true. I like your target market because when it is time to move, I can only give you my experience, but I can just imagine someone who has an apartment building with like 10 tenants in it, and have prestige professional cleaning come in and just take that fresh breath of air up.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
awesome.
That's
That
what
is
I
awesome.
tell. That's what I tell my employees. That's one of my things I tell my employees. They hire us, to take the problem off of them.
Right.
You
Right.
know, not for us to be a problem.
Hmm.
So yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Angie. I appreciate you sharing that with us.
Oh,
Um,
and we have. I still have most of all my customers that I started out with from the beginning as well.
hmm hmm That's great. I was just thinking about because I just moved in November, and I didn't realize even just moving from a different house, from house to a house, it was tough. When I told you, I was driving a U-Haul trying to find people who was going to help me move. That's no joke to be playing around with, and just to know that there's a company out here like yours that can actually do it, get it done, and you're a satisfied customer, right?
Yeah, it's a strain. It's a
Mhm.
lot, and it's expensive too.
Yeah, yeah. You were doing it very well. I can tell you that for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What are, let's say, what is the biggest challenge you may have faced as a business owner as an entrepreneur?
Well, when I first started, the biggest challenge was capital because I had to prove myself. Um, I was going to, I went to one Pacific uh, business, and they didn't give me what I asked for.
Mhm.
And so I understood why, because I didn't show them, I didn't prove myself.
Right.
It was a startup business. Cleaning businesses are saturated, and it's like, okay, here go another cleaning company.
Mm-hmm.
So I understood, and I declined their offer.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a challenge, and it challenged me to work hard to prove that I wasn't just a cleaning company. This is Prestige Professional Cleaning, and
Yes.
this is what I asked for, and
Mhm.
this is what I'm coming back to get.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I worked my butt off. And then the next year later, I went to them, updated my business plan and everything, and they was proudly wanting to give me the capital because I put in so much work.
Wow.
I did that with two full-time jobs and going to school. I put in the work, and
Yes.
that's what they wanted to see. And I showed that I was able to put in the work, and I got granted what I had a first time asked for.
Yes. Did
And
y'all
that's
hear?
how we was able to get our first. I was able to get our first company vehicle with that first round of capital.
Wow. That's awesome. Did y'all hear what she said? She said she put in the work. Seriously, like, and that is so important, Angie, because we was talking before this, and I wrote down, I was writing down what you was telling me, just to always stay ready, and just to keep
Always.
pushing
I
forward.
worked I worked two jobs to fund my employee.
Yeah,
Um, because I that's what I stood on with was the two full time jobs. So that's how the two full time jobs funded my employees to help me get through, and also my mentors. Um, they helped me as well, but it was a challenging, and it's still challenging.
yeah,
Um, but my biggest challenge now that the business have grown is employees.
yeah.
I always hear people, I always heard other businesses speak on how that was one of the biggest challenges, but now I'm witnessing it. You have to really get the employees that fit your vision, that
Mm,
understand where you come from and where you going.
right,
Uh, and it's hard,
right.
and it's hard.
I like what you said, to get the employees to fit your vision, because it seems like like we was talking about before, like a lot of people, they don't understand the vision
Hmm.
depending on the company, based upon the company, and then a lot of people just don't want to work, you know
Mm-mm.
and
After COVID, it's
yeah,
like it's super hard now.
yeah,
Um, it's I'm not. I try to work on my wording. It's super
hmm,
challenging now after COVID.
yeah,
But we make it. We get
yeah,
it done.
yes,
Um,
we do.
yeah.
That's awesome. I love that, Angie. Thank you so much for that. Anybody who's tuning in now, just know this is only part one of live interview with the CEO of Prestige Professional Cleaning here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Miss Angie Grant. We're excited to have her here. She just answered some questions, regarding business, regarding her business, just in general. So I hope you're joining. I hope you're enjoying this live right now. Look, Angie, I'm stuttering too. I stutter when I get excited. Because I'm gonna look back at this like, oh, I interviewed Miss
I know that's what I was saying. I can't wait till take two,
Angie.
so I can come back with some more.
Right, right, right. Because you definitely already answered a lot of the questions already. But I'm gonna go ahead and just give you one more. Mostly more of advice to our viewers that are watching. Maybe it's a single mom at home right now who wants to start a business, trying to figure out what she's doing with herself, with her life right now. Or maybe, me right now in my business, and I need some advice in regards to, on a business aspect. So I just want to ask you this question. Can you give our viewers some advice of how to keep and learn from when it comes to hiring great candidates and employees? So what would your advice be um, to business owners when you're actually looking for a great candidate for your business?
I'm a speak on my perspective for Prestige. We used to hire people to do the interview process, and what I found is that the employee of Prestige Professional Cleaning, they it just seemed as if I can do it. I did it. I can see better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a small business. I need to know who I'm gonna be surrounded by. And not that they didn't do a good job, it's just that when they would hire the people, when they would do the interviews with the individuals, uh the potential employees,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a chance to see them.
Mm,
Because I'm thinking that that was the best way to do it, to take me out.
mm,
But then now today I do the interviewing, so
nice.
that because I'm on hand.
Yes,
So I'm
yes.
out there in the field. I'm out there in the field with my crew.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I set them up, I'm still there giving them direction. I'm there in and out of the
Yes.
buildings and the places and everything. So I found that it's best that I do it
Okay.
so that I can get a feel of the person.
Right.
You know,
I like that.
so
I like
that's
that
what's
a lot.
been going on. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's been going on lately. So I
Right.
wear a lot of hats, but I learned that it's necessary to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, because sometimes you can off the bat see, because people put on a resume anything,
That's a
that
fact.
they're experienced, they this, they that. And sometimes you can actually see if the person really cares,
Mm-hmm.
on how they handle things and how they speak, how they engage with you, body language.
Yes.
So I needed to see it for myself. That's what I learned. So I do my own interviewing.
I love that, Angie. And you know what? Just looking at it from an employee's point of view, to be interviewed by the CEO, that would kind of make me feel good if I was going into a business like, oh wow, like you know what I mean? Because I always feel like it starts from the top, and and get to be
Yeah,
able
I
to
get different. I get different responses.
don't be no Lord.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I get different responses, like, huh? And sometimes I'll be like, oh, sometimes it's, oh, hey, nice to meet you, and
Yeah,
sometimes it's like, for real, like, you know.
right,
And so I take it all in. Yeah, for
right.
real.
I love that. Me, I think it's great. I'll be like, oh, I got a chance to meet the boss today. Look.
Sometimes they don't want to meet the boss.
Horrible. And then you'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna keep him. He gonna be with me for a long time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
That's
Uh-huh.
awesome. Um, Angie, Amanda Corner, she commented. She wanted to know how many employees do you have right now? If you wanted to talk about that.
When people ask me, I tell them it depends on the day.
Right, she's a boss.
Sometimes it's 10,
Yeah,
sometimes it's 2.
right,
It depends on the day.
right, right, right.
But God.
Well, then, thank you so much for your question. That's all I got for today, Angie. I'm gonna put her number at the bottom of the screen. If you are looking for cleaning services, please contact her. Her work is amazing. You can see the number right here is 412-712-2426.
And
Um,
also, we're still hiring. We're constantly hiring for employees.
yes,
Our starting pay is 15 on up, depending on the assignment. We're looking for cleaners and laborers. We're
yes.
constantly hiring, so give us a call.
Yes, definitely, definitely. If you're looking at this, I'll tag Angie. You can even just call that number, right, Angie? That's how they can get in contact with you.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, Angie, do you have any final words for our viewers that are watching today? And before you give us our final words and close out, I just say thank you.
And thank you for having me. I would just, if anyone out there looking to, be an entrepreneur, I suggest you pursue your dreams, but also do your research,
Yes.
and make sure that this is something that you want to do. Learn. I remember my grandma used to always say, "Did you research? Did you research?"
Mhm.
And now I understand. Research, research, research.
Yes.
Because once you get into something, you want to get in it to win it.
Yes.
So research and be sure that this is something that you want to do.
Amen. Right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Angie. I appreciate you. And everybody have a blessed night and share this live, okay? Definitely want to share it. And look out for part two. All right. We'll talk to you later.
I look forward to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.